Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm glad you're here. Today, I want to take just a few minutes and give you kind of a long term overview insights into this TwoSun TS123. It's the easiest TwoSun number I've come across. But anyway, this is the TS123. And guys, before we get started, I just want to give a thank you to all my channel members. And then I want to invite any of you who this might be your first time by or you haven't had the chance yet to, if feeling so inclined, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. It'll keep you updated when I post new content, and it'll also just really help my channel out. So anyway, the TwoSun TS123 is one of the TwoSun slip joints that I've been watching for a while on eBay, and it had been in stock at White Mountain Knives, but had been out of stock for quite a while. I do email notifications over there because you don't always get these restocks, don't show up in the new items when I go browse their site. But if you put the email notifications in for items that are out of stock, you'll get an email letting you know they're back in stock. And that's how I was able to find that the TS123 was back in stock. And what makes it unique and what made me very attracted to it was A, it's a modern slip joint, modern folder, but this titanium and copper scale, or the copper is actually inlaid into the titanium. And it's done amazingly well, where there's absolutely no displacement between this copper and this titanium. You've got this real nice ribbing that goes across the bolster, also across the body of the knife. The one thing about this knife, the first negative that I would point out to it is that it does have a pocket clip. I know pocket clips are handy. We all love pocket clips. On slip joints, I'm more of a drop it in my pocket, keep it a slip guy. Good news is, well, bad news, you can take this pocket clip off, right? You can switch sides, but you're going to have a taller standoff screw here than you are here. So you'd really have to strip it down, and then you'd lose a body screw, or you'd have to find a shorter screw to make that modification where you didn't have one screw sticking up higher. But it fits in a slip just fine with the clip. So I guess it's the best of both worlds. It's not a deal breaker for me, of course not. I picked it up. It's a nice titanium clip. It's just not something that I'm very used to on slip joints, and it's not something I look for in slip joints. And I've just been into slip joints for the last, I don't know, 2 months maybe. But this knife, to me, has a very cool, traditional looking blade, kind of a clip point Bowie style blade. It is a Wong design knife. It's got this nice satin grind on this M390 blade that's finished really well. You've got this nice, like I say, clip point down here. You've got a longer nail neck here. Again, kind of part of that modern look, where for me, I don't use my nail per se, is I just grab the blade and open it. Now, it does have a very distinctive half stop, but another negative for me, because I have OCD, is when I have a knife at half stop, like the Jack Wolf here, when it goes to half stop, they're just as smooth on the spring as they are closed or as they are open. Again, that doesn't affect the functionality of the knife. It's just something that I figured I'd need to point out to you guys because it is something that I noticed. I was very pleasantly surprised that it's got a very nice half stop. Does that bother me in any stylistic way? No, because that's just a path to the full open. And it's a very strong pull. It's smooth when it's closed. It's smooth when it's open. I have no problem with there being a little displacement, but that just shows that the design was not thought of on that part of the transition between that open and close, that half stop. But the blade is very, very sharp. Came from TwoSun, very, very sharp. It is an M390 blade. I have no idea what the HRC is on it, but it is a slip joint, so it's not something that concerns me in terms of edge retention because I don't think I'll be running through pallets of cardboard. However, I do want, a well heat treated knife. This may only have the edge retention properties of S35 if it was heat treated lower, but it's still got the corrosion resistance. And for me, the price of this knife was outstanding. Does have a little slight recurve here. Reminds me of, I don't know which traditional knife, but a case, a GEC. That blade just looks very, I guess it's kind of a common blade, right? But in either case, this is the TwoSun, again, TS123. It's a full feeling knife in the hand, medium, full medium. So I got a full four-finger grip there, no problem. I've got plenty of security that that blade's not going to come close. Plus, I consciously know it's a slip joint, so I'm not going to use it like a locking knife. We've got a nice sharpening choil here, which gives you a nice little division between that plunge grind and where you'll start to get a smile. Got a little slight recurve, it almost looks like here. Not enough to really matter. I'm sure I will sharpen that out when I get to that point. But again, just a really impressive knife. I picked it up when it was back in stock at White Mountain Knives. I want to say it was $85.99. I'll leave a link to where it was. They may even still be in stock when I record this. I think they are, but when it releases, I don't know. But if you use the code at checkout at White Mountain Knives for anything, including this knife, Juhvon10, Juhvon 10, it'll save you 10%. So that would knock what, roughly another $8 off the knife. So anyway, no tax, no shipping. I liked it. It was one I chased on eBay. You can probably get it a little bit cheaper on eBay if you're willing to, have a bid calendar set up and know that you're going to be having to go in there on the last day and kind of rapidly bid just to get it up and hopefully not go over the price that it's being sold for by White Mountain. The great news is buying from White Mountain, me in Alabama, I get it in about 2 days. If I order it from eBay, it's going to take 2 weeks, maybe three, because it comes from China. And these knives are in stock. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons. I've rambled too long for you guys. Let's look at a couple of just modern folders like the Benchmade. You'll see that the TS123 just a hair smaller than the Benchmade bug out. About a half inch larger than, whoops, about a half inch longer than the mini bug out. About a half inch shorter than the standard bug out. Let's look at it next to what's in my pocket. And that would be the TwoSun TS90. It's going to be probably shorter. Yep. Not much when you take it to that lanyard hole. Just a tiny bit shorter. Let's look at it next to the Jack River low drag jack, which if you guys are interested in Jack Wolfs and you haven't gotten one yet, the low drag jack, which is one of my two and one of my favorites, and the Javelina jack, it's nice, but it's just not one of my favorites, are both on sale where they're in stock, 15% off. Brings the price of this guy down to about $255, something like that, I think. But you can tell that the TwoSun is going to be larger than both the low drag jack and the TS090, but very close in size. And last couple of ones we'll look at, let's look at it next to a Case Sidebuster Jr. and the Viper Knives Twin. So about the same size as the Viper Knives Twin, a little bit bigger than the Case Sodbuster Junior. Guys, let me break out the Javon's promotional tape measure with the sticker, and we will learn that this knife comes in right a scunch over 7 inches. The blade is right under 3 1/4. The cutting edge is right at 3 inches. The handle is going to come in right under 4 inches. The spine thickness, it is the thin blade stock, 0.0875. So very thin and slicey. And it is titanium and copper, so it's not going to be super light, but it's not going to be heavy either. Prohibitively heavy, should we say. So that comes in at 0.39. In comparison, low drag jack 0.23, Ohio River jack 0.32. Let's see how it is next to the TwoSun TS123 in full tie, 3.2. So yeah, the TwoSun TS123 is going to be a little heavier knife. It does incorporate that copper into that titanium, put it right under 4 ounces, but a great knife to carry. Several different ways to carry it. Carry it just like a traditional knife with the pocket clip, right or left hand, or you can find yourself a slip, carry it just like a regular slip joint in your pocket. But guys, I appreciate you taking time to watch any of my videos. Appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Appreciate all of you for just taking the time to notice the channel. Guys, I appreciate you. I cherish you guys. I ask that you look out for the guy or girl to your left. Please look out for the guy or girl to your right. Please look out for one another. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose to bait, not hate. I love you all. Peace.